YouTube, what's up? It's Magnus. It is a beautiful day today. It's beautiful because I'm not at work today. It's 41 degrees. Today we're going to do some maintenance on my wife's Buick Enclave. We're doing spark plug and coil pack replacement. If you have a GM Lamda platform crossover vehicle, covers Buick Enclave, Saturn Outlook, GMC Arcadia, and Chevy Traverse. All those vehicles, if they are equipped with the 3.6 VVT engine, this will apply to you. Replace these parts with OE coil packs because you have to remove most of the intake. Well, you have to remove the intake to get to the plugs. You don't want to buy cheap coil packs and then 2 weeks later you're getting a misfire. You got to tear this back down again. It's not like old school 5.7 350 or that's still kind of a pain in the ass to the last two. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, do it right the first time. And I'm using Autolite Platinum plugs. The gap on these should be set to 43 thousandths. We're going to check the gap on them, but we're going to get started here and start disassembly. I'm going to do it like usual, step by step. And all right, let's get to work. All right, first we got to pop this engine cover off, remove your oil cap, and just pull up on it. It's real simple. Okay, after you do that, put your oil cap back on. Don't want any trash or debris to get inside your engine. All right, now you see the chaos.
That's a damn shame.
Next thing we're gonna do, gonna disconnect the airbox inlet tube, this hose, and the actual tube going to the throttle body. Connect that and get it out the way. Okay, here's your tube that's out the way. There's a little plastic tube that goes down to the intake. You just press this tab and pull up on it. Just be gentle, this is plastic and it can break, so don't yank on stuff. Also, there are a lot of, like I say, hold down tabs. I'm going to show you how to pull these off too so you won't break anything. Take your thumb, lift up on that, and it just pulls out. Same thing with this. Vacuum tube pulls off. Okay, this hose has to come out. Pull that out. Lay it to the side of your throttle body. Okay, this sensor tab going to the throttle body. Pull that out. Press down. That comes off too. Because you got to get this. This is the main obstruction here. You got to get this over to the side also. Like I said, you got your little, you have to turn this. This locks in. Yep, just twist that and come up with it. I ain't gonna take this bolter loose here. That's a 10mm, by the way. Next thing, when you get your tab off loose for your main wiring harness there, grab a hold of these and pull them up. They're just fancy zip ties. Got tabs on at the bottom of them. There's one back there too, and that's on the main harness. Don't forget to pull that up because it needs to be removed so you can get the intake out of the way. Okay, now you got your wires pretty much out your way. This is the upper intake is what you're trying to take off. See, those are the coil packs right there. Those are the 3 on this side. You can get to those. But the main thing is the reason you have to move the intake is because they're on the opposite side. You can't get in there, so you got to take the intake off. There's no way around it.
And guess what?
These bolts that hold the upper intake down are 13mm, by the way. Okay. Okay, YouTube, I got the intake removed in my hand. Okay.
Oh yes.
And there's the gasket. Looks good. Right, and there are the other plugs and coil packs back there. Get ready to do the change now. Alrighty. Okay, there's the tab that's attached to the coil pack. Take it off like this. Smash the tab down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Take it off. That's a 10mm hold down bolt. If you got the good coil packs, you get new bolts with them. I don't know, you probably get them at the cheap ones too, but get you a spark plug socket with the rubber grommet inside, of course, and 5/8. You have to put anti-seize on these threads because of where they're going. It's going in aluminum, so you need to make sure that this surface doesn't bond to the head when you're replacing them.
That's
Also,
why.
coil packs. You will put dielectric grease inside the boot there, and I like putting just a tad inside the connector. Not a lot, because you don't want to over pressurize it. When you push the tab in, it's going to be tight as hell. You can't get it back off. Just put a little bit. That helps with moisture and make sure that you get good contact with the plug in the coil pack and the connector going to the plug. Okay. And if you got compressed air, before you remove any of these, blow this area out. Make sure your intake orifices got something in it before you blow it out, because like I say, you don't want debris getting in the motor. All right, guys, repeat this 6 times. Put your dielectric, anti-seize on your spark plug. Don't get it around your diode. Keep it away from the diode. And that's exactly how much dielectric grease you need to put inside the boot. Put some on your finger, slather it around the base, and that's all you need inside the connector. All right, we're gonna get them put in, and then I'll come back and pick you guys back up with reassembly. All right. Oh, something else too, guys. When you're tightening these tabs down, don't hulk out on them. You'll break the tabs off. Also, when you place the coil pack down, it's not gonna seat entirely. You have to screw the tab down before it seats completely. Also, when you put these plugs in, torque them down between 20 to 25 foot-pounds. And make sure you hand tighten the spark plugs first before you put a wrench on it, because you want to make sure it's seated correctly, the threads are right, you're going down like you're supposed to before you throw a wrench on there and strip the threads out. Then you got a whole nother world of problems, because you got stripped out spark plug hole. And that's no bueno. All right, guys, got all your packs in, your plugs are in, and we're getting ready to put the upper intake back on top. All right, after you get your bolts anti-seized up, go ahead and drop them in the intake. When you put the intake down, you're gonna have to one-hand it. Make sure you got the 3 bolts in the back already installed, because there's not enough room between the firewall and the intake for you to slide these in after it's been placed down on the
That's why.
So put those in. The 3 out here on the front, there's no problem. You got plenty of clearance. You can get in there and drop them in and tighten them down. All right, you get them in. Remember, that's a 13 millimeter. Go ahead and tighten them down, crisscross. Okay, guys, you're done. Intake's back on. Everything's tightened down. All your wire connectors are hooked back. Like I said, just give it a once over. Make sure everything is back where it needs to be. Intake tube. And all you gotta do now is put your fancy plastic cover back on. If you did everything I showed you today, you save yourself about $450 going to the dealer, because that's what they will charge you, and that includes their parts and labor. You can get, if you look, you can get 6 coil packs. They retail from around $30 to $35 a piece. Let's do that times 6. Spark plugs, platinums, those are about $45. So, and your time. So you come out to the good on that. But that's it, guys. I've been Magnus. Hope this information was helpful. Hope it helped save somebody some money. Gonna be doing that tire review on Scourge coming up, and future mods, stack, ram assist, everything. And gonna be doing finishing Octane steering, a bracket I'm gonna make for him. I'm charging the battery now. I'm gonna do a product review on that charger coming up. And if you guys are in the market for a great tool set, I used this today. It's the first time I've actually had a chance to use it. This is the Hart brand 140 piece tool set. Walmart, you know, it's their Hart brand. I did a review on the shop vac. If you go on the product review playlist, I'll put a card up for it. But this is a great all-in-one. I did everything I needed to this car with this toolbox. It had everything in it I needed. Didn't have to go hunt for tools or anything. You can complete most jobs with this, especially doing tune-ups and like we did today. Even some heavier duty stuff, you know, you can use it. But great toolbox. I think I have to check the price. I'll put the price up in the video. I want to quote it right now. But that's it, guys. I'll catch you next time.